Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. So, just a question, because as we're moving down this journey, as we're doing this growth, as we're bettering ourselves, we're going to face the roadblocks. We're going to come across things that we weren't expecting. We're going to come across, is this a word, tumultuousness? Is that a word? It is today, because I said it. Tumultuousness. It's a word because I said it. And that's expected along your growth, along your journey. You're gonna have roadblocks. There's gonna be times when you're gonna make a bench and you're gonna sit down for a second so you can keep on. It happens. But what my question is, if the road you're traveling on has a lot of roadblocks, should you reevaluate the road you're on? No matter if you're moving in your purpose, you're going to have roadblocks, because when you're doing what the universe has set you to do, there's adverse energies in the universe. And that's just in the universe, not even counting the people that you come in contact with every day. That's going to put up roadblocks in your way so that you're not your greatest self. Because when you're not your greatest self, that's when you're conforming to the norm. That's when you're doing what you're programmed to do from society. I'm not going to go any further into that, but just if you're on your growth and your journey, you understand. You're gonna come across opposition. But because you're on your right journey, your right path, there are going to be times when it's going to be smooth and easy. Ooh, like a hot ass knife through soft butter, baby. It just is. Because you're moving in your purpose, and that's the universe's way of rewarding you and giving you a break and letting you know that there's going to be times when things are hard, but not everything has to be knock down, drag out, rock'em sock'em robot hard. You see what I'm saying? But if you're traveling down a road and literally every single move you make, there's a roadblock, that's a problem. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Reevaluate the road that you're on. What is, every time you get this problem, what is it doing? What are you doing? What are you saying? Are you performing the same actions? Is that why you're having the same roadblocks come up? Because you're moving down the wrong way. Sometimes what we want to do in this world is not what we're chosen to do in this world. That's going to hit some of y'all harder than it hits others, but it's a real truth that I need for some of y'all to understand. Because it's a truth that I even had to come to. We're doing this, Spirit. We're doing this today. We're doing this today, baby. We're doing this today. I thought I was called to something different. I really did. I thought that I was going to be called to something different in a different capacity, doing something that I thought would be good for me, helping people. But see, it may be good for me helping people, but the universe said that's not good for you helping you. Whew. I hope y'all understand what I just said. Sometimes when you move how you move, it may be good for helping you, and spirit will move with you because that's how you're moving. Because when you're chosen, spirit is going to sit with you. But spirit is really going to move when you're moving in a way that's with the universe. Sometimes what you're chosen to do is not what you're currently doing. It's not what you think. Like when you sit down and you really, really get to think about it and you start thinking about things and you go down a whole thought path of helping people, and for some reason it makes you smile, but you shake yourself out of it because it's not currently what you're doing. It's not what you think you should be doing. It's not what you're saying. It's not what I'm told to do. Understand what Spirit tells you to do in the moment is guiding you towards your bigger, better self. So what Spirit is telling you to do in the moment may be building you up for what Spirit really has for you for the bigger picture. You don't need to know the bigger picture to know that Spirit is painting the painting. Oh. Sit with me this morning, Spirit. Sit with me this morning. You don't need to know the bigger picture to know that Spirit is painting the painting. If you look at a painting, you're looking at it with your first eyes, most people, when they walk up to it. But when you really look at it, if you've ever watched Bob Ross, and if you've never watched Bob Ross, baby, you're missing something spectacular. There's layers. There's layers to the painting that creates the bigger picture. But if you don't know the layers, you're just appreciating the bigger picture. But very few people, without knowing how the layers are made, can appreciate the layers that it takes for that picture to become what it is. Everything that you look at is 3D, no matter if you're looking at it in a 2D form. When you're looking at a photo, the person who took that photograph saw something that you did not. The person who took that photo saw something that you did not. So what they captured in the photo, I promise you, is not exactly what you're seeing the first time you look at it. That's why you need to dig deeper. When you're called for something greater, when you're called for the bigger picture, understand that you may be doing the details that may take up part of the canvas that the bigger picture is sitting on. But don't be mad when the Spirit moves you from painting the trees to painting the buildings. Please understand what's happening right now. Understand that it's still the same landscape, it's still the same canvas, but Spirit is moving you to paint a different part of the same picture. And if you're not willing to move from the trees to the building, what you're going to have is a canvas with too many trees and not enough buildings. Because Spirit has told you to paint the buildings, to build the buildings, and you've been too busy painting the trees, and now you can't see the forest for the trees. I'm giving y'all some real shit right now. Down the road that you're supposed to travel for yourself, that's meant for you and only you, you're going to come across people, you're going to come across situations and things that's going to involve other people. Your paths are going to cross. It's just the nature of the journey, baby. It's your tree of life. It's your tree of life. Everybody's got a tree of life. Everybody does. But when you see trees sometimes in the forest, when you look up, sometimes as you're looking through the sun shining through those leaves and those branches, you have to realize that those branches on one tree is touching the branches on another tree. And when those branches touch, there's still life moving in between those two branches. You've got ants, you've got insects, you've got creatures, you've got birds, you've got everything. You're supposed to see this beautiful forest when you're moving along your journey, when you're on the right path. Because some of us are moving down a path that isn't even the right path. And I've done that. I've done that. I took one thing and I moved so hard in that one thing, and I wasn't willing to move or change or grow or be flexible in what Spirit was telling me. And I moved a certain way, but at the same time, Spirit gave me a lot bit of what I was trying to get away from, a lot of bit of what was against of what I was manifesting, a lot of bit that kept giving me resistance and giving me different thoughts and giving me different roadblocks and benches I had to sit down at while I was along my journey. Sometimes it's a small thing. It's a habit. It's a thought process. Sometimes it's just thinking that you got to get everything that you buy on sale. Baby, that's a thought process too. I promise you that. I promise you that. Because there are some things, because Spirit has blessed me, that I do not skimp on. When my baby says that he wants a certain deodorant, I do not skimp and buy him deodorant other than what he's asking for and what he needs. When my baby says he wants some root work, baby, I pay $20 for that damn deodorant and I get him that root work. Stop playing with me. It's the little things that matter that get you to where you need to go, to where you need to be. But if your only thing you're experiencing is roadblocks, you need to maybe think that maybe Spirit is telling you you're going down the wrong way. You're painting too many trees when it's time for you to paint the buildings in your canvas. And in your canvas, thank you, Spirit. Spirit isn't asking you to paint just skyscrapers that you see in the clouds. Spirit is asking you to paint buildings that go all the way down to the ground that need the details. You need the road, the cars, the people, the lights, the meters. You need all that good shit. So when Spirit is asking you to paint more than the trees, but only thing you keep doing is painting the trees, what are you missing by not painting the building? I hope somebody's getting what I'm saying to you right now. When you're meant for something greater than what you currently are right now, you understand that you're on a journey, and your journey has times of hell and it has times of heaven. I believe, me personally, and this is just my opinion, heaven is not a place that you aspire to get to when you die, baby. Heaven is a place that you create right now here on earth. Heaven is a place to be created right now here on earth. Hell is what you create right now here on earth. Hell is what you're going to right now here on earth. Baby, create your heaven, because heaven is where you are to be. Paint the buildings. Stop painting the trees. Stop giving yourself hell when you're meant, God, Goddess, King, Queen, to be in heaven. That's part of your journey. What's funny is to realize that you're only on a road filled with roadblock after roadblock, and you don't have the time to enjoy the road that you're on. That means you're doing the shadow work. Because if it's only roadblocks that you're experiencing, I promise you that isn't the road that Spirit is taking you on. Every time that you get a roadblock, Spirit is knocking on another door telling you, please open me, at least crack the window open so I can come and I can at least bring a little breeze into this that you're experiencing, but you won't even crack the window. You haven't even noticed in the house that you're in that there's a window, because you're moving so hard in this one thing. You haven't sat with yourself to dissect anything. And so you keep moving in this one thing that you keep moving in, not knowing or understanding that this is the one thing that's keeping you from your greatest self. This is the reason why you keep getting roadblocks, why every time you feel like you're getting off of the bench, you're getting off of the bench crawling, and you can't even get up because you're only crawled to the next bench. Stop painting the forest. Because the buildings that you're being asked to create, the roads that you're being asked to traverse, the cars that you're being asked to get in, the people that you're being asked to meet, the meters that you're being asked to put money in, the street lights that you're asked to go see, baby, that whole city, that whole spiritual bank, that whole deposit that is waiting for you, but you damn it can't get past the trees. Why? Why? I see what day this is going to be, Spirit, baby. This is what we doing today. This is what we doing today. After a few times of sitting on the bench in a row, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. After a couple times of sitting on that bench in a row, you're going to start seeing that little path that deviates in a different direction. It ain't even a dark path. It's just a path that's deep. It ain't even a hard, sharp turn either. It's like a curve. It's like that curve that you don't see until you get right up to it. Don't be so focused on the straight and narrow path that you think Spirit has for you. And you're moving so headstrong in that path and you got blinders on that you don't understand that the path that Spirit had you going on was a path to something bigger and better. You better see that road that curves off just slightly in a different direction. That way you're not sitting on the benches. It's bench after bench after bench. Because, baby, let me tell you, and I can tell you from experience, with what you're going through, this journey that you're going on, there are supposed to be not even pockets. It's called periods of happiness, baby. It's periods of happiness. You have dabs of sheer just hell. But from the hell that you were going through, and when you start to take control of your shadow self and you start to talk to your shadow self and you start beating that bad motherfucker to the ground because you're better than that, what starts to happen is the good starts shifting out the bad. And where do you spend that time? When you spend that time understanding the time that you will spend the dark is coming to light, and you milk that magic, you milk that good time, you milk the fact that you're moving in the right path of your journey. It makes your sit down time less. It makes the speed bump smaller, just less. I hope someone's understanding what I'm saying right now. Because Spirit put this in my heart. I wrote it down in my book and I knew immediately that this was what it is today. Because Spirit, even though Spirit talks to me every day, And moving in my purpose, how I post is not every single day, because that's how Spirit has had me move. Baby, understand that what I write down every day is something solid. But today, when I write it down, that's when Spirit knows that this is what I'm supposed to be talking to you about. I'm moving in my spiritual obedience. Because there was a time when all it was forest. And I was good with the forest because I was walking through the forest, chopping down trees and doing shit, going through it because I was learning lessons. Don't get me wrong, I was learning lessons. But the first time when I went through the forest and I saw a clearing and I realized what the hell was going on in that clearing, oh my God. That's when I knew. That's when I understood. Thank you, Spirit. That was when I understood. The Spirit took me along this journey, and there are different ways along this journey I can go. But sometimes it's the curve in the road and not the sharp turn in the road that I'm supposed to go around. Because the road the Spirit has you on is not a straight one. Oh, because if it was straight, everybody would be on it. Everybody would be on your road. Everybody but would be on your road in the straight street. That's why on this straight street you come across different people. Because that's when the roads intersect. No matter what road you come across, there's always going to be a road that intersects it at some point in time. See, what you want in this curve? What you want in this curve is that moment of joy, those periods, those pockets of when you're actually enjoying and understanding what Spirit has done and is given to you. Big and small. Big and small. You have to be thankful. You have to be gracious. You have to have gratitude and thankfulness and appreciation. Because just as Spirit has taken you from all those steady, just tumultuous times to this joyous times, it can always go back to that. Because the moment that you're not grateful for where you are, Spirit will help remind you from whence you came. In many different ways, forms, big and small, Spirit will remind you from whence you came. Because sometimes along this journey, we all forget from where that little bit that where we started that propelled us to not even where we are, but beyond. Understand your foundation is what's holding the building. So when every now and then, you need to make sure that your foundation doesn't have any cracks and it's still standing, baby. It's still standing. So when you make sure that your foundation is still standing, you can build upon that and keep building not only up, but outward. So that way your building is touching many, many others. The building in the forest behind the trees. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. We're doing this today, Spirit. We're doing this today. I feel you sitting on me. We gonna do this. We doing this today. We doing this today. Family. I'm just going to leave you with that thought one more time. If the road you're traveling has a lot of roadblocks, should you reevaluate the road that you're on? Because Spirit rewards you when you're moving down the right path, when you're doing the right thing, when you've changed the right things about your words, your mindset. Oh, man. Oh, today, Spirit, today. Today, Spirit, today. I give thanks. Mm. Thanks be to the Most High Ancestors. I give thanks. I'm going to go sit with Spirit, because me and Spirit are on one today. So I'm about to go get these messages, because Spirit said, I'm done with y'all. I'm done with you right now. I've said my message I'm supposed to send to you out today at this time. I hope that you receive I know that you receive this message. And I know sometimes some of you are scared to share the message that you hear because you don't want people to know that it's not that you're on a journey, because it's something that people can see, but you don't want to, it's something about this growth. See, let me tell you something. You've received this good word. There's nothing wrong with sharing with someone a bit of motivation in their day. Because not only just because it motivates you, if you've got a real friend, if you've got a real one in your corner, you can share this with them. And I'm going to be totally real, and this is something that I've learned through experience. If you can't share anything that you're watching or hearing with anybody in your circle, you need to reevaluate your circle, baby. You need to reevaluate your circle. Because if what you're doing, what you're listening to is uplifting you, and it's not uplifting, or the people around you aren't being uplifted or motivated by anything else, then you need to reevaluate your circle, baby. Get off that bench on your journey and do something else. The curve is waiting for you. I just said something so good. I hope y'all pick that up. Family, I love you. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. Because along this whole thing, let me tell you, I'm moving in my journey. And I know right now, at this moment, at this beginning of 2025, literally, like it's the 4th of 2025, I don't even have 100 people listening to my podcast. But baby, I'm changing the world with the people that do. Oh. And for that, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I give thanks. I done said some good shit today. I'm going to listen to this back again later, because Spirit, you're sitting with me heavy, so we going to sit heavy for the rest of the day today. It's morning time where I'm at. It's 6:41 in the a.m., baby. We about to do this. We about to do this. I love y'all. Peace.